Synthesizer, how are you doing? Today's question is going to be, are you addicted to synthesizers? Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone, and in case you haven't been here before, this is my channel where I talk about synthesizers. Hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, keep up with all of my synth adventures. You'll be glad you did, but more than that, I'll be glad you did, because this channel is lonely without you. Pure Ambient Drone is the place to go to check out all of my music tracks and the links to all of the places I'm involved in on the internet that has to do with synthesizers. Now, I know that you guys want to visit me at pureambientdrone.com. Check it out. All right. Are you addicted to synthesizers? Of course you are. That's why you're watching this channel, right? Of course I am. That's why I have all of these synthesizers back here. Today I counted my synthesizers and I have 16 of them. That includes a drum machine. Actually, 17 because 18. Okay, I have, I think 18 synthesizers. I think that's what I have because as I was saying this, I'm coming up with more in my head than I have because I have the Volcas that some of them are out there and some of them are in here. So I just remember the Volcas. So I got about 18 synthesizers if you include drum machines, and one of those drum machines is a Volca. 18 of them. And wow, you know what? I do use my synthesizers. If you check out some of my music, shameless plug, if you check out some of my music, you will find out that I am using a variety of the synthesizers in all of my tracks. I try to use them anyway. I can't say that I've always used all of them, but I can say this. I am addicted to synthesizers. I'm also addicted to buying synthesizers. Now, let me explain what I mean. Because I asked you guys a question, are you addicted to synthesizers? And before you answer that, you have to understand that there are different types of addiction. And sometimes we might think we're addicted to one thing when we're actually addicted to the other. And what it is that, yes, I love synthesizers. I'm addicted to synthesizers. But more than that, I'm addicted to buying synthesizers. And I've had to try to rein this in and get control of it before it gets control of me. And you know, sometimes it gets away from me. See, I am doing a bit of wearing my feelings on my sleeve kind of thing here. I want you guys to know that you're not alone if you're addicted to buying synthesizers, owning them, just in general. There's something to be said about going online, shopping for a synthesizer, reading all about a synthesizer, looking at the pictures of synthesizers, and dreaming about synthesizers. I have gone to bed at night dreaming about synthesizers. I mean, just the one that I'm looking for, the one that I'm lusting for, pops up in my head throughout the night. And man, I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Why can't I sleep until I buy this synth? Why do I even need this synthesizer? I mean, says the guy with 18 of them, right? I probably got more than that. They're probably hidden someplace and I don't know what I did with them. I do have another synthesizer. I have 19 because I have the Korg micro sampler. So 19 synthesizers. I don't know how many I'm going to end up with by the time I'm done with this video. So, but there's something about shopping for a synthesizer and then waiting for it to arrive. It's almost like Christmas when they come, you know, or a birthday or some kind of special event where you're getting treated. And you just get excited knowing that it's on the way. And it kind of takes away some of the blah that every day can offer, you know, everyday life can offer. And I don't know if that's exactly what it is for me, but it is for some people that I've talked to. I think the biggest thing, though, is that it's exhilarating knowing that you're going to get a new toy and you're going to get to have something new in the studio. But when it really gets out of hand is when you've already had that toy before, didn't like it, sold it, traded it, shipped it back before the window closed to return the item. And you just didn't want it for whatever reasons, and then you start lusting for it all over again, and then you go off and buy it again. And you know, yeah, I've done that. And I don't know why I do those things, but I do. But, you know, I think it's important that a person who has a lot of synthesizers or who is just starting out getting synthesizers really takes a step back and looks at what they want, what they need, and what they absolutely got to have and can use. And of course, that's common sense, and everybody knows that, and it's no big secret, but practicing it is a lot harder. My wife is a smoker, and she's been trying to quit smoking for quite a long time. I, on the other hand, have never smoked, and that doesn't make me better than anybody else. I'm just making a comparison that I don't know how she feels. But I do know that when she quit smoking as many cigarettes per day, she slowed down abruptly, and she started getting stomach aches and just feeling lightheaded and not feeling good and just drained. And she had to step it up a little bit because she was quitting too quickly. So, addiction isn't always chemical based. Sometimes it's just habit formed. And what I told her I said, you know what you like to do? You like to go outside and sit and watch nature. And when you do that, you usually smoke. And I said, maybe you're addicted to just relaxing and doing that. So instead of stepping up the cigarette smoking too much, why don't you try going outside and enjoying nature a little bit more without smoking a couple of times a day? Just go out and do that. You know what? She's been doing that, and she's been feeling a lot better, and she's progressing, getting off cigarettes. And see, that's the thing. Was she or is she addicted only to cigarettes, the chemicals of cigarettes? Or is there more to this? Well, there is more to it. She's addicted to the whole process of cigarette smoking, not just the smoking itself, but the whole process of sitting outside, watching nature, enjoying herself. And that's part of the relaxation that she gets from smoking. So she went ahead and she continued doing that, and not always smoking when she does it. So, I'm trying to practice what I preach in this aspect. And, I'm like, okay, what if I just window shop for synthesizers? But, that didn't work, because when you window shop for synthesizers, you see what you want, and then you want to get it, and then you end up buying it. So that was really not a good idea for me to try. I don't recommend that. But I did have to say to myself, before I shop for synthesizers, I have to play my synthesizers first. So I made this rule. If I want to look online and research and shop for synthesizers, I have to play 3 or more of my synthesizers for at least 10 to 15 minutes before I start shopping. And then, you know what? I remind myself by playing these synthesizers. And I don't have to, they don't have to be any particular synthesizer. It just has to be, 3 synthesizers that I randomly pick as I'm doing it. And then I remind myself while I'm doing this that I don't really need another synthesizer, because I've got some pretty awesome stuff. I mean, I've got a Moog 1 back here. And no, the Moog 1 doesn't do everything. But then I've got the Quantum, and the Quantum doesn't do everything. And then I got the Prophet X, and the Prophet doesn't do everything. But if you put the Moog 1 and the Waldorf and the Prophet X all together, you've got a pretty powerful arsenal. And then I've already got all these, I also have all these other synthesizers to go along with it. Man, and then the Phantom, the Roland Phantom, the new one, woo, the 2019 model. Wow, I got so much. So I do realize I am addicted to the process of shopping for synthesizers. Maybe you are too. That doesn't mean that when a new synthesizer hits the market, I don't want it. That doesn't mean when I see a classic synth that Behringer has not cloned yet, I don't want it. Of course I do. I'm interested in it. I would like to get my hands on it and experience it. And I would even like to write music with it. But, there has to be a stopping point. So, only I know what's best for me. No, I don't. Scratch that. I don't know what's best for me. But I do know what I can and can't afford. I just don't always act on that. So, when I present this question to you, are you addicted to synthesizers? I think it's important that you're honest with yourself and you're honest with the people here, and leave a comment explaining your experience with synthesizers. Maybe you're not addicted to it. Maybe you have great willpower and you're happy with what you got, and you know you're happy, and that's the end of it. And maybe you have been addicted to synthesizers and you've gotten over it. Share this with us. Talk with us here, because there's a lot of people that read through these comments, and sometimes they find exactly what they're looking for when people are honest and respectful and just tell it as it is in their lives and let other people in. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about here today, and I appreciate all you guys being here. Again, if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell. Be a part of this channel by commenting. Join me over at pureambientdrone.com. Support me with my music over there. That would mean a lot to me, guys. Until next time, keep calm and synth on.